HOA dumped snow on my property all winter, so I turned it into a wall blocking their street. The first time they dumped snow on my property, I told myself it was an accident. The plow truck came rumbling down the street at 5 a.m., headlights slicing through the dark. I watched from my kitchen window as it cleared the HOA-managed road, and then deliberately angled the blade toward my yard. A mountain of snow rolled off the street and landed right on my lawn. I stepped outside in my boots and robe, the cold biting through the fabric. "Hey!" I shouted. The driver didn't even look at me. That was the first pile. By mid-January, it was the fifth. You see, my house sat just outside the HOA boundary. I wasn't part of their precious little association. I didn't pay their fees. I didn't attend their meetings. And apparently that made me a target. Every snowfall, they cleared their pristine road, and every single time, they pushed the excess snow straight onto my property. At first it was annoying, then it became deliberate. The piles grew taller than my mailbox. They crushed my shrubs. They blocked half my driveway. When I called the HOA president, Karen Whitmore, she gave me that syrupy fake sweet tone. "Well, technically, the plow has to put the snow somewhere," she said. "And since you're not contributing to the maintenance fund," my jaw tightened. "So you're using my yard as your dumping ground?" She laughed softly. "We prefer to call it practical." Practical. That word echoed in my head for weeks. By February, my front yard looked like a glacier graveyard. Dirty snow towers, frozen solid. The sun couldn't melt it fast enough. My dog had nowhere to run. My fence started to bend under the pressure. I documented everything. Photos, videos, dates, timestamps. But lawyers cost money, and the HOA had plenty of it. Then one night, during the biggest blizzard of the season, I had an idea. If they wanted to use my property as storage, I'd make it permanent. The next morning, the storm had buried the neighborhood under nearly 2 feet of fresh snow. The HOA plow made its usual rounds, scraping their road clean, pushing everything onto my land like clockwork. Only this time I was ready. I had rented a skid steer loader the day before. As soon as their truck disappeared around the corner, I got to work. For hours, in freezing wind and stinging snow, I reshaped every pile they had dumped on me all winter. I packed it tight, compressed it layer by layer, and I didn't just stack it randomly. I built it along the edge of my property line, the exact legal boundary between my land and their precious HOA street. By dusk, I had created something magnificent. A 12-foot-high, 40-foot-long wall of compacted ice and snow. It wasn't messy. It wasn't sloppy. It was engineered, and it sat entirely on my property, blocking their street's only exit. The next morning was chaos. I woke to the sound of car engines revving uselessly, doors slamming, people shouting.